Wow, great crowd. It's definitely cold outside. So I'm going to call to order the town council meeting for January 10th. It is 7:01, and I'd like to start with the Pledge of Allegiance. And Ronnie, can you lead us off?
Allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
All right, right into the approval of the agenda that you have in front of you or on the computer, whichever way you have it.
Motion approved?
Have a second.
Second.
Any discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
So moved. Let's do the approval of minutes from December 13th, town council meeting.
So moved?
Second? You have a second? Any discussion? What's that? All right. Move to questions. What? Oh, I know that. I didn't know if you had a question or not. I apologize. All in favor? All right. So moved. I'm sorry, I thought you had a question. Public safety report, Ronnie.
I'm sorry.
Excuse me, I'm sorry.
There were noises here. Over here. I've taken them over.
Good, you're fine.
Good? Okay.
Sorry about that.
Here we are again. The first meeting of January. For our annual, recognize the winners of our annual Holiday Lights Contest. So this was the team. I was just Councilwoman Hagan was the driver. And Madeline is Judy and Madeline are like co-chairs, and Lorna Jean is the another part of the team. I'm just here to introduce them, and they can take it away.
Well, the names of the winners are the Russo family, 3921 5th Street.
You're getting the prizes, right? So motivate you to come to the meeting so you can get your everybody loves prizes, right? And as they're coming up, I just wanted to thank everyone that participated. Again, each year it gets better and better, and the town gets brighter and brighter, and it's really fun, and we appreciate you all participating. Again, stay up here when you get your prize, right?
Yeah, so second prize winners were the Kellys, 39017. And third place, the Keeps, 4013 5th Street. Yep. This is in the homeowners or residents section. Thank you very much.
Everybody scoot to the middle.
Who's close?
This way.
What?
Scoot to the middle more. There we go.
Where's your paper? Scoot a little bit.
How do you want?
There
There you go.
Okay. We have 3 more. But you want to get the results?
Yeah, just
Yeah.
five here a little bit.
Again.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
And then we have 3 prizes for the businesses around town. The number 1 was the post office.
All right.
Number 2 is Open Vine.
Looking fine?
And number 3, the wheel.
Try.
Sure, it was wonderful.
so much. That was wonderful. Thank you. I had somebody hit me up today and said, are the lights still up? I'm like, man, you really, you have to eventually take them down. They were beautiful. Great job, everyone. And I think the House of Garden called enough for all they do for our town. It's absolutely beautiful. So public safety, Ryan.
December 2018, we had 130 calls for service in North Beach. It's down from 146 in November. And the breakdown is as follows. 67 were self-initiated, 65 were calls received by other means, and we have theft and 5 structural properties. 1 non-fatal heroin overdose, and 1 cocaine. It's there's some fire marks to one of the doors that appears that way. I don't know which section it was, but there was fire marks to one of the doors. I want to say it's one of the, I think it says here, one door, but I thought it was the back door. The back door. Yeah, the back door kitchen area. Okay.
Anybody have any questions? Great, thank you so much.
Reference to your question, when you report getting to you.
Yes.
So we talked to the analysts down there, they generally get on full time by the 1st or 2nd of the month.
Oh, cool.
So we'll try to have by you by the 5th or sooner, if that works.
Sounds good. The sooner the better, so we can get into our new system.
Yeah, we're aware, I'll have to, like, try to come.
All right, great.
All right, sir.
Thank you so much. Let's move right into our reports. You have the treasury report with you. There's no need to vote on it, but do you have any questions for Joe?
Next month, we get the annual revenue.
Year to date?
I'm just curious where it's at.
And I would also recommend to council and anyone, if you get an opportunity to swing by town hall and sit down with staff and really meet with them and talk to them. We do a lot with a small number of staff members, and you know, we get audited each and every year, and we come out with flying colors. I cannot thank Jo enough for what she does and everyone else. So if there's no other questions for our treasurer, Joe, let's move on to Public Works.
Good evening, everyone. Everyone does have my report, and I was thinking while we had so many people in the audience tonight, I'd just like to talk a little about the upcoming storm. If that was okay with you.
Yes, please.
Looking at the weather tonight, and since like I said, we have so many people in there, it looks like we could be in the 3 to 5 range area. Our North Beach salts from 1 to 3 inches, and we pre-treat, and we up to 3 inches, with pre-treat. After that, we'll start plowing. But since so many of you are in here tonight, I'd just like to remind you, we do have off-street parking. It really helps out the crew. With all the street parking, that's our major problem, not trying to get the roads clear. We have nowhere to put it. But if you do have off-street parking, please use that. That's a great help. And then also, it's going to be on the weekend, so normally we'll plow, we'll keep the roads open, but we won't constantly go around until the storm winds up and ends. It looks like Sunday afternoon might slow down then, and that's when we'll really come out after the snow stops and try to clear all the roads for Monday for work and school. So all your help with that's appreciated. Stay here, enjoy the football games, relax, have the wood stove or heat going. And another along that line, it's getting cold now, so just make sure you check all your vents and your outside water connections and everything outside the freeze, because winter seems like it finally hit. So it's here, hopefully it'll be here for a little while. So I can't get to, I just want to report those. Need to have any questions. One of the things I'd like to talk about a little bit is Mayor Benton's been full of energy, as we talked about last week. We've been enjoying that, staff's been enjoying it coming. We've been working on several projects with them. We're really working hard on a complete storm drain plan for the whole town, from Greenwood to Bay Avenue. We've had several small meetings. Mr. Woodburn's been a big help on a lot of issues that we have. We've got a lot of information going on right now, and I think within a couple of months we'll have a really good start for the comprehensive plan and having some of the stormwater issues that we have throughout the whole entire town. This year, like I said, we had record rainfall, probably double the amount, not only was it record rainfall, but it was double the normal rainfall amount that we have. So instead of having 35 inches, 40 inches a year, and we had close to 70, 72 inches. So a lot of stormwater issues came out of the woodwork. Ground's still saturated, so the rain's up and soaking in. So really, we're able to see a lot of the problem areas. So it's kind of good and bad. So it's good to see, but bad could cause a lot of problems. But we're working hard on a good comprehensive plan. One of the other important things that we have going on with the mayor and staff is we're fortunate that we have fairly new buildings. Town hall's fairly new, public workshop's fairly new. Boys and Girls Club's also fairly new. We kind of woke up when we had the health center over here and we had the roof we had to replace. And we had to come up with a large sum of money. So we're looking at our, like a routine maintenance checklist for all the buildings. Going to be proactive with coming up with checklists, check everything at least semi-annually. And that way we can plan for those items and, be prepared instead of having something come up like this. We know the building's 15, 20 years old, probably need a roof or ability to put in the budget. But this, with our checklist system, we're having a binder for each building. And with that, we can plan the budget accordingly, so we won't be surprised with $30,000 to $40,000 cost, all at once. So that's some of the big things that we're working on.
Is there any quick highlight, Donnie, just about the SHA meeting?
I was going to talk about that, but we're having a meeting the 15th of January, semi-final review meeting, and we have your questions. We're going to ask those. We'll go up there next month. I'll have more because we're having that meeting, so a lot of stuff you can answer there. We did have another meeting with the residents, Citizens Association with Rose Haven and Northview Park Complex on the safety type meeting. And Steve delegates are supposed to be here. Unfortunately, they couldn't make it. Kind of whatever the detour out. But the 15th meeting is actually semi-final review of the plan.
The time to ask questions.
Right.
What we plan on doing, we're going to talk about this a little bit later, but January 15th, we're going back up to Annapolis to meet with State Highway, the engineers, the partners, all of them. And what we've already said to them is that once we get through that, we want them to come down, and what we're going to do is host a public open house where they will then come back and answer even more questions for everybody. Don't get confused with the word when it says semi. It's still a long ways away. They're working on it. There's a lot of hurdles, but you will have all your answers to your questions. They will be here in front of you. When we talked about the last meeting with Holland Cliff, it wasn't the citizens, it was the HOA director. It wasn't open, everybody went to it. Their concern was about a fire department on the other side. That is something we don't have to worry about on our side. That was what their concern was on the other side. For us, we know we have some questions, we all have them. I'm going to get them to give me a date on January 15th, and then we will announce it, we'll promote it. Every single resident in town of North Beach will be able to attend it and ask every question you might have with John Delaney and everybody else. We do know that they've worked hard, they've invested a lot of time in this study. This just didn't happen overnight. This has been a couple of years in the making. I feel very confident that they're doing what they need to do, but I want you to feel confident too. So there will be a time for public comment, I promise you that. We won't know a date until January 15th, and then we will let everybody know. But thank you so much.
Along with Mr. Mayor Benton was saying, also, we plan on sending out a letter to town staff the next 2 weeks, probably after this 15th meeting, with the residents that are directly affected, and give them State Highway's contact information.
Yes.
So if you have questions in between, when we have that public meeting, or you can prepare questions, or you can always email, call them directly, send it out with the direct contacts for the different departments that you need to contact.
Right.
Within the town.
Yeah, that's a good idea.
It will go on. One of the reasons 261 is maintained, is state highway. So we want to make sure you have the appropriate people's numbers, phone numbers, email, that you can reach out to them anytime to ask any question you might have. We're kind of the middle people in this whole process, but we want to make sure you're definitely satisfied with the answers. So we haven't forgot about it, we just don't have any answers yet. We are on day 54 of the new administration, and we're working hard. I promise you, it will continue to get better as we go on. Thank you. Any questions for Donnie? And again, you get a chance to go hang out with them in a couple hours one day, and you see all the different things they do. A town engineer, he'll buy you lunch too, maybe.
Your choice. Mayor, just to jump onto that, Donnie and I got an email today from John Delaney, who also wants to meet with us regarding the boardwalk. So,
Oh, good.
into why, but it's about our application. So
All right.
stay tuned.
Let me tell you what the boardwalk is real quick. As you know, it's a pretty dangerous road for bicyclists and walkers and so forth. There's just enough room for 2 cars, really. One of the goals that we were having was going to be a boardwalk beside the brand-new road on, I believe it was the east side,
Yes.
right? The east side, to allow safe travel from pedestrians across the area. It's been back and forth before we took over, but we've been beating them over the head with it, trying to get them to put it in. So we will, again, when we have our meeting with the public, we'll let you know everything that's going on when it comes to that. Thank you.
I just want to add a little bit on to what Donnie said. One good thing that a mayor, I've done for a lot of mayors in both towns, is he's a visionary. I've only been with him doing this for a short period of time, but one thing that we're working on is looking ahead for the town so that, like infrastructure, Donnie's looking at buildings. We walk on Mondays on the streets, and we're going to do a street-by-street walk around and start to formulate a plan, more than just drainage, of curbs, of gutters, of valves, of whatever it is. And plan ahead and come up with a rating system so that you can budget accordingly over the next, we'll say 5 years, I don't know if it's 5 years, but some reasonable period of time. So you'll probably see Donnie and his crew working on plans, you'll see people walk around. I brought one actually with Donnie here looking at the drainage from the county. That's a big problem. We're gonna work on getting that solved. So I just throw those couple things out there that
Any questions?
questions?
Paul?
Thanks.
Paul mentioned, he's stealing all the things I was going to say at the very end, but Paul mentioned Calvert County. We have been in contact with Calvert County via letters about 2 very important subject matters that we want to get addressed. One is the storm water coming into our town, Calvert County. If you want to see the real impact of it, just come hang out with me on my deck and you can see the Grand Rapids. But the point is that we're all going to work together with Calvert County with Paul's leadership to get them to start taking care of their part. If they're flooding our town, we got to get them to fix it, and we are going to work with them. We have a meeting coming up. There's 2 dates. We don't know what date it is, but when it is, we'll let you know. You'll see us walking around town. If you haven't learned yet, you'll learn that I'm a walking mayor. So I like to walk the town so people can see the real town. The second part of that with the county is the sewer. We are working on improving our sewer system at our pumping stations, and Calvert County comes into our sewer system. So we're working with them to improve theirs, which in fact will then improve ours. So we don't have anything concrete yet, but when we do, you will be notified as a public about what's going on, when, and so forth. But I can tell you there's a lot of moving parts right now in the first 54 days. I think there's a lot of great vibrations going on. So I think you're going to see a lot of stuff improve, but that's what Paul was talking about with Calvert County. And they're open to it because I think they're ready for it. So new commissioners, hopefully a new relationship. So I appreciate that, Paul. Rick?
You have my report. What you have this time too was a culmination for the whole year. So it looks like it's much larger than it normally is. That was the entire year's worth of stuff that took place. This past Monday we had a Board of Appeals hearing. We had 1 new vacation rental was approved. And then we had 4 houses that were up to the Board of Appeals for a variety of reasons, from replanting to front and side yard setback reduction, and all 4 were approved.
One of the things I have Rick changing is in your reports, and you can also, for the public, the hard copy, or you go online and see it, is you'll see 2 reports in there. One is code, and I think him and Donnie are doing an amazing job out there. It's hard. It's not easy doing code. The second part is zoning. You'll be updated what's going on, where we stand, and so forth when it comes up to situations with the planning commission and also the appeal board. So there's no reason for you to say you didn't know. we're going to do our best to make sure the information's in front of you. Would you click on the button or grab the paper? Anybody have any questions for Rick? Thank you. Dawn, marketing.
Now you mentioned some information about the snow removal plan. We sent that out recently, but I'll send it out again tomorrow as a reminder. I'd like to mention that the Plaza Mexico was voted the best Mexican restaurant with Bay Weekly's Best of the Day, and also our farmers market, once again, the best farmers market for our area. And I'll also mention the December selfie contest. We had 4 winners. All 4 winners are here tonight. Laura and John Gott, they're in the back. They came to pick up their prize and stay for our meeting. Right.
I'm teasing. All neighbors. You're kicking off a 3rd Street or Frederick.
Any questions?
I just wanted to thank you, Don, the email that you sent out to the businesses recently that had all those tips that you had over there. Yeah,
Yeah.
it was just really good, really good reminders. Some people may know them, but they were great reminders and a lot of information people might not know. So
Yeah.
just appreciate you doing that and disseminating that extra value.
I've gotten some emails back, thanking me for the information and stuff. Some information people already know, but some reminders and
Yeah.
popular.
I will piggyback, if you have not signed up for our email blast or our text messages, please do. Stay in the know. I mean, we probably reach out more than ever to make sure you're informed of what's going on, so please do that. Development Special, Veronica, we do have a grant writer that works with our town and some other towns to make sure we're beating the streets, beating the bushes, trying to find ways to pay for some of these projects we're talking about. She's been under the weather and currently is under the weather, so the report is in your folder, I believe. Perfect.
She's running just to note, $154,000 in 2018, and we have her as part of a grant, right? So
Yes, she's a grant.
She's a grant, so, and then she brings in grants, so it's a win-win all the way around, but that's.
Our charging station, our card, I mean, there's so much that she brings to the table. So hopefully she's going to feel better sooner. Healthy living. All right, well, let's move right into public comment. Public comment, 3 minutes. Does anybody have anything? Tell us your name and where you live.
Teresa Zanilotti, I live on 9th Street, and I was just wondering, since all that has been done over there with the berm and all, and there's still some water, I've talked to Rick about it, if maybe you guys could address that and look at it, maybe, I don't know.
Absolutely.
I don't know what, I just told Rick, I said, you can just come over, because it's kind of sitting in the one area.
Over by the tree.
Yeah, where we had, actually, quite many years ago, my father put like a little drainage there that used to go out. And so they took it all up, when they did everything. It's wet.
Absolutely. I can honestly say that all that work, anywhere in town, not just down on Bay and Atlantic and 9th and 7th, it is going to be a continuous process, So your input is very much important and is needed. So information like that is needed because as much as we do our best to stay on top of things, sometimes we miss it, and we need to address it, and we will, and hopefully come up with solutions or to at least get it better, and that's what our goal is. So absolutely, Rick's on
I
top
try
of
real
it.
hard to make it look nice over there, but then you got a lot of water.
It's all right.
I'll go hang out with Donnie for a couple hours.
Hey, go buy you lunch. Thank you, Teresa.
Thanks.
And if you, I'm gonna say, your dad could probably do it again.
I know, God,
Tough
don't
as
say
he
that
is.
to me, please.
Yes, Norma Jean.
Okay. Hey, I mean this as a statement, but I'm going to ask this question.
Fantastic.
Is there or will there be anything in the coming year for more sidewalks to be put in? I would really love to see sidewalks on, I guess, the north side of 8th Street up from Dayton. Because there's a lot of people in Burn Oaks walking, and we need sidewalks, especially in that area.
And absolutely, what Paul mentioned is that we're starting in Greenwood, we're coming back. When we look at streets, we're looking at it as completely, we're looking at signage, trees, sidewalks, curbing, ditch lines, roads, street, everything. From there, we're gonna have a grading system based off of his expertise and also what some other county or some other towns have done. And from there, we'll put a plan in place, and then we'll start working that plan. So all of this is in the books. We just need to get it to know exactly where we're doing it. We gotta work with Calvert County and make sure we do it once, we do it correctly, and we don't go back a second time. But absolutely, I don't know where or when, because that takes money, but we are gonna have a plan in place.
Thank you.
Any other questions? Oh, yes, sir.
Is this the time to comment on flooding, or is that going to be a separate issue?
No, you can definitely, please.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm Gene Whitney. We live at 9117 Bay Avenue. I want to thank Mayor Mike and the council for keeping flooding at the high visibility level and thinking of those issues. I know you have a lot of things on your plate, and flooding is of high concern for a lot of us, and we'd like to make sure that we keep plugging away at that. I especially like the comments about planning, and my question is whether the city plans to extend the flood mitigation plan that the county has developed into some kind of an implementation plan with timelines and cost estimates and some more formal process than just sort of hitting it one item at a time. Will there be a planning process around the flood?
Absolutely, there's two things. The Calvert County was adopted in April of last year. North Beach adopted April last year. There's a secondary one called the North Beach Flood Plan that we are going to adopt as a reference. And then from that, tied in what Paul's doing, the reason why we're not just going to adopt it, because it does not address flooding throughout the town.
Right.
It only addresses it on Bay. So what I want to do is when we do our plan, it's going to be the whole town. It's going to be from Greenwood all the way down to the furthest point we can get to. And then that plan is going to be put in place. And then from there, we can figure out revenue streams, we can figure out what we need to put away, what we need to assign each year for capital improvements, which we haven't done. So absolutely, it'll be a complete plan. Now, I'm excited about it because that's how I work and think. So we are moving towards that. We're going to move as fast as we can to make it all make sense for North Beach.
And I know you already know this, but I just offer, there's a number of people in the community who
Yes.
have skills and skill sets and other resources to offer in this process. If you need any of us to do grunt work, I know you're the accountable officials, but we're all very happy to pitch in and help with this process.
I'm definitely going to reach out, and one of the reasons why we will pick that up, it's just right now what we're doing is I'm meeting with Calvert County, I'm getting some of the legwork done, and then once we get going, then obviously we're going to be all hands on deck, because the complete town, 0.34 square miles, 1,900 plus residents, it's definitely, it's got to take a community to get this fixed, because it's bigger than just one person. Yes, Don?
I just want to add, we have, actually we have a resident that lives in town on Bay Avenue, and he went to Penn State University, does pumps, whatever, so we had a couple meetings with a couple people like that, and I don't know how the mayor wants to get people involved, we're going to do that, but we have residents, like you said, that's expertise, and they live there, and they see it every day, so that's helpful, because they're there, 24/7, that's helping us a lot.
We're going to call on many residents once we get a little organized. What I don't want to have happen is just too many hands in the pot, and then 4 years from now you go, man, what the heck happened? I want to see movement. I'm all about movement. I'm about getting things done, but I have to have a check off. I got to have that plan. So we will be calling on you and everybody else to get involved, and I think you'll like the process. I'm gonna warn you now, dealing with it is not a fast process. For me to get a meeting, it's taken, since I've been elected, 54 days to get a meeting, which is going to be 3 weeks from now. So I'm going to work as fast as I can. We are going to work, but you just got to be patient. And if you don't hear from us, don't think we're ignoring you. Just continue to reach out to us.
Sure.
Not only we're addressing that, but we have many other things that we're working on at the same time. And we're not forgetting anything. It's just we can only do so much. So especially with a storm coming and different things like that. And pray that we don't have the rain we did last year. 73 inches in the year is double what it was normally. Nobody can survive that. So we're working on it. Who else? Yes.
Yeah, Romy Daniels on Chuckland Avenue.
The park on Third Street is very nice, but I got a dream idea. There's another nice lot for sale between First and Second Street. That'd make a good dog park, because a lot of people walk their dogs.
I just told you.
You know, you're a wonderful idea, but $650,000, I love dogs, but I'm not sure. If you can afford the first 500, I think we might be able to do something.
I wouldn't bring it up.
I know you would.
If we can find somebody to donate it.
All right, anybody else before we move on? Yes, ma'am.
Something quick, Garden Club hat again. We, the Calvert, Prince Frederick, library, the library of Prince Frederick, the Calvert, Garden Club has a program called Art in Bloom, and where they pick a piece of art and make a donation, etc. Well, they invited all the garden clubs in Calvert County to just have a shelf and display case there to sort of, market your club. So ours is done. I'm pretty proud of it. It's pretty neat. So if you're around the library, go in and check it out and, for our garden club. It has everything that we've done. The House of Garden tour, May Day baskets, holiday lights contest, the tours, House of Garden tour, Yard of the Month, everything. So,
Is it like a collage, like a,
well, we just have one shelf.
samples of
It's
things?
like crammed a lot of stuff in there, but it's kind of fun. It's nice of them to invite us, so check it out if you're in the library.
Deborah, I was in the museum the other day, and Grace Mary mentioned something about on the exterior wall. It's like some kind of...
She did. I haven't brought that up to the garden club yet.
Okay,
but
that's fine. I won't say
yeah,
anymore.
about a little wall on the,
Yeah.
Pretty
I thought that was pretty cool.
Yeah, it is, definitely.
All right.
It's a big project. It's fun.
Very good. Well, thank you so much. Anybody else before we move on? No? I like this, man. We got people in the audience. Take a picture from here. All right, let's go to council reports. Greg, I'm glad you're all right. I know that was crazy, but hey, you made it. You had a situation. We're going to start down there with Mickey, give you a chance to breathe a little bit. Mickey.
I'd like to thank everyone for coming out. We'd like to thank everybody who decorated their house as a kid growing up. That's how I was gotten out of the house, so somebody could wrap presents from Santa. So it's nice to still drive around and see that at Christmas time. I also want to thank the 386 other brave souls who joined me in jumping in the water on a nice warm day on the 1st. It was a blast. So, and we had a nice high tide, so we went to the really, really far to get nice and deep. So, other than that, I'm good.
Thank you.
I don't have anything really to say, but thank you everybody for coming out. I guess I'm still learning, asking all kinds of great questions, and putting up with different people on the staff so I can come up that learning curve. It's purely because I want to live in the air, in case you guys didn't know that. I am concerned about the whole flooding thing, so maybe I'm gonna carve out some time in my own crazy trying to juggle priority schedule, spend some time with Donnie and learn all about that.
Yeah, what a great way to start 2019 to see so many people in the audience. I just want to wish everybody a happy new year, and it's great to have you here tonight.
Thank you.
So the legislative session has started as of yesterday. And so I was up in Annapolis, I'm on the legislative committee for MML. And keep your eyes and ears open and greet everybody and be sure, and if you have an issue, that you talk to your delegate, who is Mark Fisher, or Senator Miller. Senator Miller is ill right now, but they really like to hear from you. And so if you have an issue that you want to discuss, please contact them.
And related to that, earlier this week, Councilman Hingham and Councilman Dotson and I met with Deputy Beach for forming a joint group to look into basically the new 5G cell tower technology and how it's going to be rolled out. The idea is
Can you
we're going
speak up,
to
please?
I'm sorry. The idea is we're going to try and work with the technology companies to see if we can sort of dictate the terms in which these 5G cell towers and things are deployed in our town versus
having them dictate to us. So it's kind of, the idea there is trying to be heavy for, make things go smoothly.
Happy New Year, everyone. Starting a little late, but after about 25 years of driving across the 14th Street HOP Bridge, it finally got me tonight, so. But I'm safe and okay, and so is the driver of the other vehicle, so just glad to see you all out here. Thank you.
Glad you made it safe. I'd like to make sure, for those who have the agenda online in your hand out back here, there's a list of upcoming events. Get your calendar out, look, try to make it. One of the things that we're really going to make happen this next 4 years is our work sessions. Our next work session is February 7th. On the agenda, you'll see just a draft agenda. It could change, it could be added to, it could be taken away, but we want you to attend. That's where we're going to roll up our sleeves. That's where, we're going to make things happen at the work session. So if you can make it, please make it. Everybody's welcome. Your input is greatly needed and much appreciated. Other than that, I just want to thank everybody for coming tonight. I know it's cold outside, and be ready for the snow. Thank you, God bless you, and have a great day.
Wow.
Have a motion to adjourn? All right, second? Any discussion? All in favor?